Other one, August 19th. All right, the biggest news today is our bathtub doesn't drain. Now I was joking. No, I was not joking, but that was a very bad reality. But biggest thing about my NeoVim setup is I got Tmux set up. So now I'm doing the Tmux with NeoVim, and I have this very pretty, they call it power line header from Dracula Tmux. And allows me to define, wow, I can set CPU, I can set RAM and time. Yeah, it looks nice, looks really nice. And then it's completely completely Tmux. And it's good because I'm actually doing some coding today and probably will continue. And it's kind of go back to how I want it to be. I was trying to do this kind of split screen in the past, just in NeoVim itself, but it's very clunky, very clunky. And NeoVim can do panes, windows, but I don't like it. It's very hard because it's not the terminal itself. So I mean I can run command and stuff, but it's just slow and it's not intuitive. But Tmux solves this problem. So each pane, I have its own NeoVim going, and it's nice. It's how I want it to be, how I would like it to be, and I have this Tmux NeoVim Tmux navigator, so I can do Control H, Control L to jump between the pane. So it's very easy to deal with that, and just go back and forth, right? So I'm trying to solve this problem. I'm doing this. This is just a personal project. I would like to answer to one of the requests. So somebody put an issue, open an issue, and I haven't dealt with it for more than half a year. Oh, I think it's longer than more than half a year. So finally, I'm getting around to it, and yeah. Anyway, we have an easy problem today. Hopefully we can get it fast. I think I've done this before, yeah. Okay, we have Alice and Bob continue their game with piles of stones. There are a number of piles arranged in a row, and each pile has a positive integer number. Okay, the objective of the game is to end with the most stones. Alice and Bob takes turns, with Alice starting first. Initially, m equal to 1. What is m? Whatever m is. On each player's turn, that player can take all the stones in the first x remaining piles, where 1 small equal to x, small equal to 2m. Then we set m equal to maximum. The game continues until all the stones have been taken. Assuming both play optimally, return the maximum number of stones Alice can get. So m equal to 1, so I can take, is that 1 indexed? In the first x remaining pile. So it takes one pile at the beginning, and Bob takes, so because I have m equal 1, so 1 to 2, so I can take 1 or take 2. So now I take 1 is 2. So now m, the maximum x is 2m, so m equal to 2. So basically Bob can take 1 to 4, and Bob takes 2 piles. Huh? What? All the stones in the first x remaining piles. They already say what x is. Oh, it's not the number of stones, it's the number of x. Okay, Alice takes 1, then Bob can take 2, then Alice can take 4. So Alice takes 10 in total. If Alex takes 2, then Bob can take the remaining. So 10 is the largest. Okay. Some sort of DP, right? Let's say DPI is the maximum Alice can take up until I. And Bob is actually essentially the same, right? Because Bob wants optimal as well. So I can just say DPI is the max any player can get, okay? And then what I want to find is the maximum Alice. No, it's different. The max Alice can get. Okay, the max Alice can get. Because initially Alice can take this or take this, right? If Alice takes this, then we need to find the maximum take from I to the end. Wait, hold a second. I to the end with M. Okay, I to the end with M. And then you can say, well, take this, take this, and then it will be I to the M. So basically, what we can do is dpij is the maximum we can take from I to the max you can take from I towards the end, given M is equal to J. Okay. So when I is 0, M equal to 1. I can take this. Wait, hold a second. What are you doing here? Alice starting the game. Alright, Alice starting the game, and we're going to take either one pile or take 2 piles. And after that, yeah, it's the same. You say, if take this, what's the next Alice can take? And we'll return. Is it Alice's turn? Right? It is Alice's turn. And we're starting from I, and we say we have, J. The M is J, right? And I can say we take this plus this. Give me the maximum Alice can get from this. Okay. It should be a max a player can get from this given M, right? Maximum a player can get from starting from an index given M value, right? Given M value is the max we can get, and we'll return. We will return the Alice. Okay, so something like, okay, I haven't fully formed the idea yet, but I think we can get something going. Can definitely get something going here. We can do a DP first. M is a maximum x. So it can be, x can be 2m. So it should be 2 times. All right, 2 times, okay? So let's 2 times n. Probably plus 1 to avoid. Okay, so that's the DP. And the private int max stones. Get max stones. Okay, get max stones, which will have index, index and m, and boolean is Alice. All right, so we need to pass in a few more. We need to pass in the piles. We need to pass in the DP. All right, then index with m. Okay, index with m. And then we'll take, if this has been done before, then we just return. What is int dp? Int dp is the maximum. Right, int dp is the maximum that a player can get given the index and current m, right? So if it is Alice's turn, and if it's not Alice's turn, we also have like however many options, right? And we go through those options, and each one can give me the value, right? And we choose the value, the maximum. Yeah, it's the maximum Alice can get, right? Which means it's just the total minus this, then that's, yeah, that shall be it, right? The total minus. So we just go through this. Max Alice can get. Okay. So it could be the max Bob can get, and the total minus that is, yeah. Because I'll do that, and then we'll get the max basically Bob can get, right? And then we'll say the total minus that, that's the max Alice can get. Okay. I think we need to, it's gonna be positive, so it will not be 0. Right, it will not be 0, so it's always gonna be positive. So if dp index m, so index actually is not going to be bigger than this, so index actually can be here, right? So if this is larger than 0, which means we've done it before, okay? I've done it before. Get max stone. Actually, it doesn't matter. We just get max stones. right? We just get max stones. We get max Alice's stone. So if it's Alice, then we just return that. If it's not Alice, and it's Bob, then we return Alice's max stone. Right? We return Alice's max stone. So we say if is Alice, then we return dp index m, else then I mean, we can have a prefix sum for this one as well, so it can be easier to calculate, because I need a, this just means it's Bob's turn and I get a maximum Bob can get. I need the total of that. So I need a prefix sum. Pre-sum. And then I can say, I don't know, pre-sum 0 equal to piles 0 for I equal to 1. Equal to pre-sums I minus 1 plus piles. I guess we have the passing pre-sum as well. Okay, so I have pre-sum. So else, then basically just pre-sum the end minus, because I have index towards the end, the index minus 1. Right, so you can say total. Maybe we'll use this, so int total shall equal to total available. Okay, index is larger than 1, larger than 0. If it is, then it's gonna be pre-sum dot length minus 1 minus pre-sum index minus 1. Otherwise, pre-sum dot length minus 1. Okay, so it's available, right? Then we just return available minus dp index m, because that's the maximum Alice can get. If it's equal to 0, okay, then we need to first figure out how much dp index m is going to be. Then what we can do is, because it's m, so I can do x can be, so for int x equal to 1, x smaller equal to 2 times m, x plus plus, right? And for each one, we'll say, we call get max stones. We take x. So we take x, so it should be index plus x. Of course, if index plus x is smaller than pile star length, right, so we call this index plus x. Index plus x, because x is saying, actually, yes, index plus x because if x is equal to 1, we take it, then go to the end. Because I need to know how much, what's the maximum we can get, right? Okay, I need a next index. Right, I need a next index. Index plus x. Right, but next index is this. All right, and now we pick the current x, and if next index is smaller than pile_length, then we can do next index. M is going to be math.maximum. M or x is going to be not as Alice piles dp pre-sum, right? So get max stones will just fill up the dp. If next index is equal to, then yeah. So basically we call this, right? After we call this, then we say the current I can get. Okay, int current stones shall equal to pre-sum. Well, we can go all the way to next index. So we next index minus 1 minus pre-sum index minus 1. Right, this is the total we can get. Because we're taking x, right? We're taking x. Not really x, we're just taking this minus the current is index. So from current into 2. All right, also we have this issue of index is larger than 0. If it is, then we do this. All right, otherwise we do pre-sum next index minus 1. So that is the current stone that we can get, right? And now I realize that dp will be easier if we have plus 1. Okay, now what we can say is dp index m equal to math.maximum dp index m current stones plus dp next index. Oh, I can do this int next m m and x, right? Next m. This is what I want. So we go through this, so we get that, and at the end, again, if I say return, is Alice? If it is, we return dp index m. Otherwise, we return available minus dp index m. All right, so this one, how about this? Okay. X can get to a big value, right? This x can get to a big value, and then next m can be big, right? Next m can be big. But next m being big doesn't really mean anything because I won't be able to go beyond. Right? Because if next index is smaller than pile stella, if its next index is already bigger than, then what's the point? Right? What's the point? You just fill them up with the same value. Let's just do this first, and we can just return get max stones 0, 1, true, piles dp, and this. Oh, it feels very convoluted. Unbelievable. And it's not even right. 26. You don't even have 26 in total. Oh, you do have 26 in total. What the actual hell? I don't understand. What the hell is wrong? Okay, so for one thing, I think this Boolean atlas is not necessary. It's not what we want. All we care about is just index m, right? It's just index m. That's all we care about. Wait, what? Yeah, just index the m. What's the maximum you can get? So you can take 1, take 2, take whatever, and then give me that, right? That's the other player. Hold on, let me redo this. I feel like get max stones. This is not necessary, so we'll delete this. Okay. Then doesn't matter if it's equal to 0. I'll say just return dp index m. Okay, that's what I want. All right. So if it's equal to 0, which we haven't done, then we try this much. We still have available. Okay, that's actually not true. So we do this. Index is this. Next is the m is this. We do this and wait, hold a second. Int next max. Right? This is the next max. It could be 0, but if it's this, the next max is this. Right? Next index. So current stone is this. So it should be current stone plus next max, because next will be a different player, right? So it's going to be the remaining minus the next max. What is the remaining? Remaining is pre-sum the length minus 1 minus remaining is pre-sum next index minus 1, right? There's the remaining minus the next index towards the end. So this is from next index towards the end is going to be this much minus the next max is all available. So this is for the current, and then you do this. And here, what we're gonna do is return get max stones. Yes, 0, 1 piles dp is a max you can get from this. Okay, so now let's try it again. I don't know why this one gave me so much trouble. There we go. Right, but why does this one give me so much trouble? Right, so much trouble. You don't even understand the amount of trouble I have to go through just to get this one to work. Plus, I'm not really convinced that it has to be that much. Yeah, you can do 2 test cases and it will work, but still, it feels very sluggish, right? Prefix sum definitely. The DP is something I'm not sure. Right, the DP is something I'm not very sure. Get max stone, right? And to do that, I need next index. Next index was different m. But what I feel is we don't need, the DP doesn't have to go 2n plus 1. Simply because we never go there. Alright, the next m is the maximum of m and x, right? And next index, I mean next m, if x equal to 2m, next m can be 2m, right? Next m could be 2m. That'll be big, alright? It just will not do anything. I mean, we can like what I think is else we can just stop it. That's what I think. What I think is we can do that. Oh shoot. Right. If it is we can call else, we'll just break it. Because if it's equal to, there's no point going on, right? So we get a next max, and then we do this. I think we'll still be right, and then we can make it go faster. That is not correct. What the hell? Hold on. So I still need to do this, but I just don't continue. Right? Maybe I can say if next index is larger or equal to pile dot length, going to break. We handle the current one, but the next one we don't go. Yeah, so we can do x smaller than this, and or I can just put it here. Index, if index is larger or equal to piles dot length, let's just return. Right? And then I don't need to do it here, and I can still make it fast. Turn 0. Okay, so now the question is, I got next max. It's definitely smaller. No, it's I can just go right into it. And I have the current stone, and I can do this equal to this current stone plus minus next. Yep, this will work. Okay. Pretty poorly, very, very poorly. 1140. Very poorly configured DP. DPI J to max stones any player can get starting from piles I with m equal to j. O(n) squared. All right, let's see if this one works. I can't believe it's an easy problem. It took so freaking long. All right, it is an easy problem. How could it take so long to solve? Yeah, it is the same idea. I think it's the same idea as this. Minus prefix index minus dp number takes. Ah. Okay. Yeah, you can make it a little bit simpler. Get this. I don't need a current stone. Okay, I do not need a current stone because I can basically say in yeah, this is not necessary, so I don't need current stone. I can say this minus index, actually not index, because index is larger than 0. It's gonna be this. Otherwise, it's gonna be presum dot length minus 1. That's the total, right? That's the total available. Yeah, it's the total available. So what I can do is available, right? We can do that. Let's call it this. Okay. There's a total available. And then we can do available minus next max. Shall work as well. It seems to be standard solution. I don't know. Oh, that is not correct because it has to be minus 1. There you go. It's another one, just slightly simpler. Oh, we get a slightly faster speed. Slightly faster speed. All right, that's about it. Oh, and tripled. Oh shit, it is tripled. Damn, I was wrong. Gosh. It's tripled. It is tripled. Tabulation, that's... Yeah, it's... I'm very surprised it's labeled under... Oh, I thought it's easy. Oh, it's a medium. Oh, I read it wrong. I thought like today is an easy problem. Wow. Yeah, it's... Hey, if I had pen and paper, I think I probably can do a better job, but yeah, it is what it is. All right, so that's it. Yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys tomorrow.